to the next instructional video by Eclectic Self-Protection Self-Defense Systems UK. So this video will be following on from our palm block martial arts and self-defense blocking techniques. In this video we're going to be looking at the lower section inwards palm block for both practical martial arts training and self-defense purposes. So we know from our previous videos and from the sports science of the human body, all natural body movement is activated off the central axis of rotation. So as we just do a quick recap, pole goes through our head, top of our head, down through our head, through our neck, through our upper body, through our middle body, through our lower body, down through the groin, all the way down towards the floor. Yeah? So just visualize you've got a pole that's running through the center line of your head, down through the body. Yeah? That there is a central axis of rotation that the body naturally moves off through power rotation, gross motor skills, and also fine motor skills. Yeah, so axis of rotation. So we're looking at the inwards lower section palm block. So again, the inwards palm block, you're blocking with the palms of the hands, not the forearms, the palms of the hands. So they can be generated off your match fighting stance, either on your left side or on your right side. It can be activated off the fence, basic fence stance left side, basic fence right stance, or whatever stance you use in whichever system. Yeah, but it follows this. The inwards palm block follows the same principles regardless of which stance you're from. Yeah. So in this case, in ESP, we're generating from the match fighting stance or the fence stance. How the technique works, if we look at our right inwards lower section deflecting palm block, first of all, the hand will and arm raises high, it circulates away from the body, and at this point as the hand reaches here, I begin to rotate my body on the central axis of rotation inwards. As that technique comes towards me, I make impact on that technique, deflect, and then move the technique out of away from striking me. Yeah? And the same thing the opposite side. The hand starts high with the elbow facing high. The hand will circulate in. At this point here, my body begins to rotate on the central axis of rotation. I bring my hand in, it decirculates in. I make impact with the palm of my hand against that technique, deflect, and then move the technique or strike away from hitting my body. Yeah? So from this position, it circulates in one, circulates in two, circulates in one, circulates in two. And notice I'm not just staying still, so I'm not just doing this here. You need to use eclectic, evasive, natural, abstract body movement with these inward palm blocks. Yeah. So as that strike comes towards my body, I'm not just standing here, I'm moving my body away. So I'm moving off the line of attack and redirecting the line of attack. Same thing the opposite side, I move my body away, deflect across, redirect the line of the attack, and move out of the way of the line of attack. So what I'm doing from this position, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so if we look at the example of an attacker in front of you, or an assailant, and they're driving a front snap kick either off their left leg or off their right leg towards your groin, gut, or this area of the body here. So, as that attacker executes a front snap kick off their right leg first of all, the front snap kick will be coming towards this area of the body here. As that kick comes in, I'm in my stance, the hand rotates, it circulates in, I rotate on the central axis of rotation at this point, and as that kick comes here, I make impact with the palm of the hand against the foot, deflect, and then move my body off the line of attack and away from the line of attack. Yeah? So from this position, front snap kick comes in off this side, my hand circulates in, at this point I begin to rotate on the central axis of rotation, I circulate the palm inwards, it makes impact with that front snap kick, I deflect and then move the kick away from my body and redirect the line of the attack. And exactly the same thing, the opposite side, they execute a front snap kick off their left leg. As that kick comes through to my body, my hand rotates high, At this point, it begins to rotate on the central axis of rotation. It circulates in. The front snap kick will be coming towards this part of my body here, and then the palm impacts, deflects the front snap kick, and I redirect the line of the attack and move away from the line of attack. One more time, watch this again. The front snap kick comes through towards my body here. The hand circulates in from high to low. I begin to rotate on the central axis of rotation. The palm will make impact with the front snap kick at this point, and I deflect and move the kick away from my body, redirect the line of attack, and get out of the way of the line of the attack. Yeah? So remember, from this position, it circulates in, move across. Circulates in, move across. You want to practice these blocks instinctively. 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay. How we interlink the inwards lower palm blocks with preemptive tools. Okay, so again, if we look at the concept of the front snap kick, just in this case, we know that you deflect the front snap kick here. As that kick comes off at the line of attack, you will be disrupting their gross motor skills and individualized balance movement, which therefore means you can lead in with preemption. So we've deflected the kick here, and from this position I might drive a forearm strike in towards the attacker's head, circulate around, and then come into a rear naked choke, take the attacker down, stamp on the ankle and leg it. Same thing the opposite side, that front snap kick comes through, I deflect to this position, move a kick away. It will disrupt their gross motor skills and individualized balance movement. I drive a forearm strike in towards the attacker, come into a rear naked choke, take them down, stamp on that ankle, and leg it to safety. That's one example. Another example might be something simple as the front snap kick coming through. You deflect that kick, you drive a slap in the face, step out, and then drive a low side kick in towards the Achilles tendon of the attacker. Exactly the same from the opposite side. A front snap kick comes through, you deflect across here, disrupt their gross motor skills and individualized balance movement, drive a slap in the face as you step out, and then drive a low kick in towards the back of the Achilles tendon muscle of the attacker, and then leg it to safety. There's loads of different examples you can use. Those are just some that I'm just trying to teach you now. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is the inwards palm blocks against knife attacks or knife threats. If we look at the example of an attacker who's holding a blade out like in front, like so, either with their right hand or their left hand, these palm blocks can be still used to deflect that knife bladed hand away from your body as you evade to whichever way your escape route is. So we take the concept of an attacker holding a blade out in front with their right hand this time. Here, I could be in an open, submissive fence trying to de-escalate the situation and comply with the attacker, and then I react on preemption through deception and surprise. So the blade's in front. Here, I can disrupt the attacker's bladed hand and move off the line of attack. And same thing, the opposite side, the blade's in front, they're holding with the opposite hand this time. I'm in an open, low, submissive fence. I'm trying to de-escalate the situation. I'm complying with the attacker, and then I act on preemption, deception, and surprise. Blades here, and I deflect the blade away from my body. And again, using these deflective lower inward palm blocks allow you to use evasion or escape or exit to a safe zone. So let's say, for example, the blade's here, and they're holding the blades here, and your escape route is either diving across towards the attacker. By orientating your position relevant to the attacker and then deflecting the knife away, I can just leg it towards my escape route. Exactly the same thing on the opposite side. The blade's been held with their opposite hand, this hand. Open submissive fence, complying with the attacker, dissuasive dialogue, deflect the blade, and then evade and exit to my safe zone, wherever that will be. The next thing I want to talk about is how the inwards palm blocks interlink with other techniques. So again, if we look at the example of someone driving a lunging knife stab towards your gut, We know basically we can use the downwards knife hand block and move your gut away. And then this opposite hand will C-grip in towards to grab and make an attachment to that attacker's wrist. So this grabbing of the attacker's wrist is where the inwards palm block comes from, yeah? Inwards palm block comes from. So again, the blade is being lunged forwards towards your body, you downwards knife hand block and then C-grip the attacker's wrist. As you C-grip the attacker's wrist, that's exactly the same as an inward palm block at the precise moment you make an attachment to the attacker. Exactly the same from the opposite side, they lunge forwards with a knife stab towards your gut. Downwards knife hand block, move your gut out of the way, and then you would C-grip into the wrist. But the C-grip and the circular action of these types of movements are where the inwards palm blocks come from. So always remember, you do the inwards palm blocks for the lower section. Bring the hand high, elbow high, circulate in. At this point you rotate the body in, you deflect across, get out of the line of attack and redirect the line of attack. Exactly the same from the opposite side. Attack comes towards your body, the arm starts high, the hand circulates in. At this point here, you begin to rotate on the central axis of rotation, and then you deflect the technique away from your body, redirect the line of attack and get out of the line of attack to disrupt their gross motor skills, balance movement, and then you follow up with preemptive tools, whatever your skill base is, to get the attack off you, away from you. Always remember to use force that is deemed reasonable and proportionate to the level of threat to yourself out of that situation and back to safety. Okay, so that there is how to use lower section inward palm blocks for deflecting techniques, for deflecting bladed knife hands, and how to interlink these inwards palm blocks with preemptive tools, chokes, takedowns, and so on, yeah? So you can use this content that I've tried to teach my viewers and also my students and clients in your own way, adapt it and apply it in your own training and create whatever striking or locks or finishes you want to use off these techniques. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. You can take away something useful from it. Please don't forget to check my other videos on this YouTube channel regarding palm blocks, inwards, outwards palm blocks, higher outward palm blocks, and so on, and how they work for both practical martial arts and personal defense training. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Post your comments down below and I will respond. Don't forget to subscribe. Check our website, eclecticselfprotection.com, for everything relating to martial arts and self-defense training. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one. Thank you.